जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जी की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग शिशि राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग शिशि राधा नयननाथ जी की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्र सचिशिल भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्र सचिशिल भक्ति दैत माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्र सचिशिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंस शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासुदेव गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रजमंडल की जय। जय श्री नवद्वीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री विश्व वैष्णव राज सभा की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंहदेव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदेहं श्री गुरो श्रीयुता पदकमलं श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. We are hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. We heard now Prithu Maharaj is saying to his citizens and sadhus. Yesterday we heard the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is everlastingly independent and who exists in everyone's heart, is very pleased with those who follow in his footsteps and engage without reservation in the service of the descendants of Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. For he is always there to Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, and they are always there to him. When Durvasa Rishi came to Narayan, when he was followed by Sudarshan Chakra, was burning him, then he took shelter of Narayan. He told him, "You rescue me." Then Narayan told, "I cannot rescue you. You offended Ambarish Maharaj." Sadhus, they are very dear to me, and I am dear to them. So without them I don't want to live, Supreme Lord said, and I am in their heart, they are in my heart. So I cannot rescue you. You will have to go to Ambarish Maharaj, beg forgiveness from him. So it is Supreme Lord himself who is saying to Uddhav in 11th canto that worship of my devotee is superior to worship of me. And here also he said to Durvasa Rishi, I am not independent. I am dependent on my devotees. So you have to go to him. So if someone serves the devotees, then Supreme Lord will be more happy. Our Gurudev gave one example. There is one mother and one small child. Then if you come and you start adoring that child and loving and serving the child, then mother will be very happy due to her love for the child. She will be more happy if you love the child than if you love her, serve her, because of her affection for the child. Like that, Supreme Lord has got affection for his devotees. So if you serve them, then Krishna will be very happy. So here Prithu Maharaj is saying, is very pleased if someone serves devotees. Pumal labhe ta nativelam atmanah prasidato tyanta shamam swatah swayam ya nitya sambandha nishevaya tataha param kim atraste mukham havir bhujam. By regular service to the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, one can clear the dirt from his heart and thus enjoy supreme peace and liberation from material attachment and be satisfied. In this world, there is no fruitive activity superior to serving the Brahmana class, for this can bring pleasure to the demigods, for whom the many sacrifices are recommended. By serving the devotees, we can get devotion, and that devotion will clear our heart fully. There is no more beneficial activity than serving the Brahmanas and devotees. You will get highest benefit. Not any worldly enjoyment, not fruitive activity in that sense, but the fruit of service of devotees is devotion to Supreme Lord. That fruit we will get. Ashnati anantah kalu tattva kovidei shraddha hutam yan mukha ijanamabhihi navai tatha chetanaya bahishkrite hutashane paramahangsya paryaguhu. Although the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Ananta, eats through the fire sacrifices offered in the names of different demigods, he does not take as much pleasure in eating through fire as he does in accepting offerings through the mouths of learned sages and devotees. For then he does not leave the association of devotees. This is very important. If you feed Brahmana or Vaishnava, then directly Supreme Lord is eating through them. He is residing in their heart. So he is eating. So if you serve Brahmanas and Vaishnava, and especially Vaishnavas, you can remember on the day of disappearance of Haridas Thakur, we were hearing now it's Pitri Paksha, that Shraddha ceremony, annual Shraddha ceremony going on. So Advaita Acharya, because he was in household life, exemplary in society, he also did Shraddha ceremony. So he invited many Brahmanas for that occasion, and he also invited Haridas Thakur. And he gave that special honor for the best guest, most elevated guest, that Shraddha plate, that prasad, he gave to Haridas Thakur. Though Haridas Thakur was not born in Brahmin family, even not in Shudra or outside, like Muslim family, but he was a pure Vaishnava, fully surrendered to Krishna. So Advaita Acharya gave to him. Then Haridas Thakur, as is natural for a Vaishnava to be humble, he said, no, why you are giving to me? There are many Brahmins here. You offer to them. I am low. I don't deserve this. Then Advaita Acharya said, no, you are a pure Vaishnava. By feeding you that plate, it is same as feeding millions of brahmanas. So Krishna is very happy, more happy to eat through the mouth of a Vaishnava. Haridas Thakur is Acharya also, preacher and initiator into Harinam. He initiated. So not ordinary Vaishnava. And those who are Vaishnavas, they are automatically Brahmanas. If someone has devotion to Supreme Lord, automatically all good qualities come in him. All those good qualities of Krishna come to him. So he is naturally truthful, has control over senses, has knowledge of reality, is worshipping Supreme Lord. Those qualities of Brahmins, 12 qualities, automatically there in Vaishnava. And he knows Supreme Lord Brahma. He knows him. That is why you will find in Shastra that if someone may be born as in dog-eater family, Chandala, but if he chants Harinam without offense, then he will destroy that prarabdha karma of low birth, and he will be eligible to do Vedic sacrifices, which only Brahmins can do. So it is proved there that Vaishnavas automatically they become Brahmins. And they are superior. There was once meeting some smarta Brahmins, those who are following like on external platform is their understanding. They, smarta Brahmins, they were challenging Vaishnavas that you are low caste, you have no right to study Shastra and do sacrifice or become guru. Like this they were telling. Then that time Bhaktivinoda Thakur was very old already and little illness past time. So he could not go to that meeting when those smarta Brahmins were challenging. So he sent that time Bimala Prasad. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur later means Bimala Prasad. He sent him. And there Bimala Prasad, there is one full book I have. It was published. First, when he came there, he spoke the glories of Brahmins from Shastra. And those who were smarta Brahmins, even they were astonished. They did not know so much glories about Brahmins, though they were trying to prove we are superior. They did not hear so much. Never before. They did not know so much. So first he spoke the glories of Brahmanas. But of course, those who are real Brahmanas, by qualities, not only by birth. Then after he spoke the glories of Vaishnavas, then all were silenced. Because he presented according to Shastra clearly. So Vaishnavas are superior to Brahmanas, and that is why Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ordered Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur that you make this Deva Varna Ashram Dharma, because this only by birth consideration Brahmanas, they are offending Vaishnavas, thinking them low caste. So you have to preach this Deva Varna Ashram Dharma. That is why Prabhupada started giving to those who were initiated into Harinam, and they were chanting Harinam. He gave them this Brahma Gayatri also and sacred thread, which is worn by Brahmanas, to show to others that Vaishnava is not less than Brahmana. And to show to Vaishnavas also that you should not think you are something lower to Brahmins. Both he had to do according to Shastra. But if there is pure Brahmin, then to serve him also Supreme Lord will be satisfied. That Raghunath Das Goswami wrote Manak Shiksha. So in first verse he told Guru Ghost. Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote one Bengali song, Guru Debe Brajabone Brajabhumi Basi Jone Shuddha Bhakte Ar Bipragone Kororoti Apurva Jatone. O my mind, I request you, you give up all your pride and you develop attachment for Gurudev, Brajadham, Gurudeva Brajabone, Brajabhumi Basi Jone, those who are Brajavasis, means those who are serving Krishna in Vrindavan. Shuddha Bhakte, those who are pure devotees, and are Vipragone, and Brahmins also. You serve them. Also, one of devotional practices is to serve Brahmins. You will find in Rupa Goswami, 64 limbs. Then Ishta Mantre Hariname, Jugala Bhajana Kame, Kororoti Apurva Jatone. Ishta Mantre means you develop attachment for Ishta Mantra, that is those Diksha mantras. According to Diti, you worship those Diksha mantras, and Harinam, Supreme Lord's holy names, Maha Mantra, and desire to worship Radha Krishna. Jugala Bhajana Kame. You develop attachment for these 8 items. So one of them is also pure Brahmins. Yat Brahma Nityam Virajam Sanatanam Shraddha Tapo Mangala Mauna Samyame Samadhina Bibrati Harta Drishtaye Yatridam Adarsha Iva Va Bhasate. In Brahminical culture, a Brahmana's transcendental position is eternally maintained because the injunctions of the Vedas are accepted with faith, austerity, scriptural conclusions, full sense and mind control, and meditation. With these qualities, they are accepting Vedas. In this way, the real goal of life is illuminated, just as one's face is fully reflected in a clean mirror. So, the real goal of life is to serve Supreme Lord and His devotees, especially His devotees. That becomes very clear, like your face in a clean mirror. If dirt is there, then you cannot see clearly. Or like this Facebook selfie, all this, you can see your face clearly if connection is good and everything, camera is good, all good. So by doing proper action and cleaning your heart, then you can see the reality clearly. Like sun when comes up, he will reveal himself and all other things in proper perspective. You can see who you are, you can see who others are in reality. Once one brahmachari came to our Gurudev in room, and there were some other devotees. So that brahmachari was complaining something, but he was lying. Then when he came out, then Gurudev told to another one, brahmachari, that he is lying. Then that brahmachari asked him, how you know, Gurudev? Then Gurudev said, because like in a mirror, when the mirror is pure, then everything is reflected there clearly. So in that way, Gurudev indirectly told that one who is pure devotee, he can detect what is in the heart of others. They can see. We cannot deceive them. They know everything about us, but they don't always tell. Our Gurudev also told that intentionally they don't always tell, because not to discourage them, that they will think, oh, Gurudev knows everything, then I will run away. Better I go away. So intentionally they don't say. But like Haridas Thakur, he saw why that prostitute came. Directly he saw. So immediately he devised a means how to give mercy to her. So he did that. That was all to give mercy to her. He said, yes, I will be with you, and oh, sorry. All these things, his means is justified by the end. He wanted to rescue her out of compassion. That is why later on, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he sent Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu to preach. Those who are realized souls and who have compassion for all living entities, they can request and they can bestow mercy on fallen souls and make them inclined to serve Krishna. If I myself am not inclined to serve Krishna, then how I can convince others? It can also be possible that they will convince me. I will try to convince them, but by their arguments they will say no. They can convince. It can happen. It happened. So we should not proudly, boastly, we think we will preach. I know everything, I will preach. No. Like if you don't know, you may know how to swim, but if you don't know the rescue technique of someone who is drowning, then he may pull you down, though you know how to swim. But if you don't know that technique, he may pull you down and you will drown also with him. So preaching is for those who are authorized to do so, and there are guidelines how to do it under the guidance of bona fide Guru and Vaishnava, so that you will not be misled or diverted. Tesham aham pada sarojarenum arya vahe yadi kiritam ayuh yam nityada vibrata ashu papam nashyati amum sarva guna bhajanti. O respectable personalities present here, I beg the blessings of all of you that I may perpetually carry on my crown the dust of the lotus feet of such Brahmanas and Vaishnavas until the end of my life. He who can carry such dust on his head is very soon relieved of all the reactions which arise from sinful life, and eventually he develops all good and desirable qualities. Vaishnava Pada Jol, Vaishnava Padarenu, Vaishnava Uchishta, Tiner Sadan Bol. You will find in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu is telling. There are 3 items which are very powerful to give strength for our sadhana. The dust from the lotus feet of Vaishnavas, the water that has washed their feet, and their remnants. Directly you will get devotion to Krishna if you take these 3 items. There was one devotee of Mahaprabhu, I think Kalia Krishna Das. He did only this sadhana. He took the remnants of Vaishnavas. And Mahaprabhu was very pleased with him. He blessed him. because he did not discriminate, this Vaishnava is Shudra, this is Brahmin, no, he saw he's a Vaishnava. And he took remnants from them by stealing, by hiding, by requesting, in any way he will take. Mahaprabhu blessed him after. So here also Prithu Maharaj is telling, I want to carry dust from your lotus feet on my crown. Crown is like you are proud, high position, but he's showing here, no, actually I want to take the dust on my crown, my high position that is superior. I want to worship you. One thing is really actually that dust, it has power, but in another sense, to take bath in the dust of lotus feet of Vaishnava means to accept their teachings. That is actually accepting the mercy of Vaishnavas. So if we do this, then all our sins will be removed. That is the meaning of Diksha. When you receive divine knowledge, by which sinful activities and sinful reactions are destroyed. The original sin is aversion to Krishna. Then all other sins are coming. So if you get devotion, if you get inclination to serve Krishna, then automatically those sinful activities all will stop. You can remove them. Then of course it depends how much you are surrendered. That much you will get that devotion and purification. And yes, here also he is telling, not only they will be released from negative actions and qualities, but they will eventually develop all good and desirable qualities. There is one verse in Bhagavatam, one who has devotion to Krishna, all good qualities are in him. But one who does not have, then though outwardly he may have some good qualities, but they are like ornaments on a dead body, means useless, no value in them. So all good qualities, they are mentioned there in Chaitanya Charitamrita, 26 qualities of Vaishnavas, but in short, he is humbler than a blade of grass, he is more tolerant than a tree, he does not desire any respect, and he gives due respect to all, and he is always chanting Hari, means always serving Krishna, 24 hours. Everything what he does for Krishna, and he is constantly chanting Krishna's name for Krishna's satisfaction. Gunayanam Shiladhanam Kritagyam Vridhashrayam Samvrinate nu Sampadaha Prasidatam Brahma Kulam Gavam Cha Janardana Sanu Charascha Mahyam. Whoever acquires the Brahminical qualifications, whose only wealth is good behavior, who is grateful and who takes shelter of experienced persons, gets all the opulence of the world. I therefore wish that the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his associates be pleased with the Brahmana class, with the cows, and with me. Here Sai Maharaj is quoting Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Dhitaya Cha Jagat Dhitaya Govindaya Namo. That mantra. So may Supreme Lord be pleased. Brahmana is not so easy to be Brahmana. Taking initiation is one thing, but to have those qualities of a Brahmin is not so easy. You have to purify your heart to get those. But those who are devotees, if they are sincerely practicing, they will develop that. Surely, eventually, it must come by the purification process of devotion. Maitreya Uvach Iti Bruvanam Nripatim Pitrideva Dvijatayaha Tushtuvur Hrishta Manasah Sadhu Vadena Sadavaha. The great sage Maitreya said, after hearing King Prithu speak so nicely, all the demigods, the denizens of Pitriloka, the Brahmanas and the saintly persons present at the meeting congratulated him by expressing their goodwill. Putrena jayate lokan iti satyavati shrutihi brahma danda hatah papo yat veno tyatarat tamaha. They all declared that the Vedic conclusion that one can conquer the heavenly planets by the action of a putra or son was fulfilled. For the most sinful Vena, who had been killed by the curse of the Brahmanas, was now delivered from the darkest region of hellish life by his son Maharaj Prithu. This is the meaning of putra in Sanskrit. We say son, but this putra has a meaning, one who will rescue Pu from hell, Trayate, who will rescue from hell by worshipping Supreme Lord. So they want to have putras. But the thing is, you yourself worship Supreme Lord. Why you want to depend on your son for that? You yourself worship Supreme Lord, and you will benefit everyone, including your son. But sometimes if it is not possible, then like in this case, because Maharaj Prithu was pure devotee, he rescued his father. Even disciple can rescue his guru. It can happen. Sometimes guru may not be fully pure, but if his disciple sincerely worships Supreme Lord, then he can rescue his guru also. Or wife can rescue husband. We saw those wives, they went to serve Krishna, disobeying the order of their husbands, and by that they benefited their husband. The husbands, they got that benefit, they were regretting after what we did that was wrong, we had no faith. Then those husbands, they gave Dandavat Pranam to those wives. So our main duty is to worship Supreme Lord, then by that we will benefit everyone. We can pay our debts to forefathers, to our parents, to demigods who are giving air and water and everything, and to sages who give knowledge, to rishis. We are indebted to them, and to other living entities. They are giving food and all this, working on field. We cannot pay back our debts to all of them unless we serve Krishna. When our Gurudev was thinking to join the mat, that time he asked our Param Gurudev, that my father has so much affection for me and he served me so much. So now if I will leave him, I will not do my duty to him, I will not pay back my debts, then I will commit sin. Then Parangudev said, no, if you surrender to Krishna and if you serve him, then actually you can pay back your debts to your father and to everyone. Only in that way it is possible. So Putra can rescue. We also hear Dhruva, he worshipped Supreme Lord, and his mother also was rescued because of that. And Prahlad Maharaj, he worshipped Bhagavan, and Hiranyakashipu was big demon. And Rishingadev told him, not only your father in this life, your fathers and mothers in your previous 21 lives, who are your parents, who served you directly, they also all have been rescued because you are pure devotee. So for our own real welfare and for the benefit of everyone, it is possible only if we surrender to Krishna, serve him. Our Parangurudev also wrote one letter in 1954 to one, his disciple who later became Nishkinchan Maharaj. He was very sad because his father left his body. Then Parangurudev told him, the Atma of your father is eternal, has no birth, no death. And even now you can serve your father. By serving Supreme Lord, you can actually serve your father now. So that is Shastric injunction. So with firm faith we have to do. Hiranyakashipu's chapi Bhagavan nindaya tamaha vivikshur atyagat sunoh praladasyanu bhavataha. See, here is this example also given. Similarly, Hiranyakashipu, who by dint of his sinful activities always defied the supremacy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, entered into the darkest region of hellish life. But by the grace of his son, his great son, Prahlad Maharaj, he also was delivered and went back home, back to Godhead. Vira Varya Pitaha Pritivyah Samah Sanjiva Shashvatihi Yasyedrishi Achute Bhaktihi Sarva Lokaika Bhartari. All the saintly Brahmanas thus addressed Prithu Maharaj. O best of the warriors, O father of this globe, may you be blessed with a long life, for you have great devotion to the infallible Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the master of all the universe. If you will live long here in devotion to Supreme Lord, then everyone will be benefited. That is why they blessed him like that. Aho vayam hyadya pavitra kirte tvayeva nathena mukunda nataha ya uttamashloka tamasya vishnur brahmanya devasya katham vyanakti. The audience continued. Dear King Prithu, your reputation is the purest of all. For you are preaching the glories of the most glorified of all, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Lord of the Brahmanas. Since due to our great fortune, we have you as our master, we think that we are living directly under the agency of the Lord. These are real Brahmanas. Now you will find in India some they are born as Brahmanas, but they are eating chicken, fish, smoking, all this. They're not like these Brahmanas, but pure Brahmanas, those they accepted Supreme Lord. The Lord of Brahmanas, they accept, they are worshipping him purely. So because you are pure devotee, we are feeling, we are directly living under the agency of the Lord. Like our Gurudev taught, when our Gurudev was present in this world, then we had no worries. Our Gurudev was there. What he was saying, what he was instructing, that is directly from Supreme Lord. So we had no worries, no any problem, nothing. Then Gurudev said, but after this appearance, we are still feeling indirectly our Gurudev is arranging everything. We are under his guidance. Then that is directly guidance of Supreme Lord. Because personal associate of Supreme Lord is sent by him. So what he will direct is same as directed by Supreme Lord. And even more so when it comes from pure devotee than from Shastra. Because pure devotee will advise according to our present need. In Shastra so many things are there. They're all correct. But what to apply in what circumstance, that experienced pure devotee he can give. Like in shop, so many medicines, all good. But experienced doctor will apply that which is necessary for you. Natyadbhutam idam natho tava jivyanu shasanam prajanurago mahatam prakriti karunatmanam. This hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is prescribed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna will be pleased if we hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Our heart will be purified. We may like or not like, or maybe same topic or any condition, but as a medicine we have to take, we have to hear. Then that will purify our heart. Then, in pure heart, then you will get to taste the actual nectar of Bhagavatam in every verse. Our dear Lord, it is your occupational duty to rule over your citizens. That is not a very wonderful task for a personality like you, who are so affectionate in seeing to the interests of the citizens, because you are full of mercy. That is the greatness of your character. This is how it should be for Kshatriyas. But nowadays in Kali Yuga, it is not so. They are only fulfilling their own self-interests and at the cost of wellness of citizens. But there were such kings in past, like Prithu Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj. They were really caring for their citizens in all ways. They were prescribing devotion, and also for their worldly necessities they arranged everything, their occupation, employment, or if they did not have, they would give in charity all the time. They did all arrangements for the welfare of people, or like Parikit Maharaj also. They are great kings. Adya nas tamasah paras tvayo pasaditaha prabho brahmyatam nashtadrishtinam karma bir deva sangiteh. The citizens continued, "Today you have opened our eyes and revealed how to cross to the other side of the ocean of darkness." Means he told, by service of Supreme Lord and his devotees and brahmanas who are very dear to Krishna. By our past deeds and by the arrangement of superior authority, we are entangled in a network of fruitive activities and have lost sight of the destination of life. Thus we have been wandering within the universe. Onadi karama fole pori babar na bajole. Tori bare na dekhi upay. Since time immemorial, we are doing these fruitive activities, being blind. What is the reality? What is actually purpose of life? What is the goal of life? So we are just wandering from one species to another in this universe according to karma chakra. But Brahmanda bromite kono bhagyavan jeep Guru Krishna prasade pai bhakti lata beach. Some who are fortunate, who have gathered enough sukriti, they, by the grace of Krishna and Guru, they get this knowledge about devotion to Supreme Lord. By this, they can cross over this ocean of darkness. But we have to cultivate that. We have to follow. Mahaprabhu told to Rupa Goswami that seed you get, but you have to water it then. By Shravan and Kirtan, hearing about Krishna and chanting about Krishna, and being careful to avoid anarthas and aparadas, then gradually you can cross over this material ocean and attain the lotus feet of Krishna. So there is our part also we have to do. Namo Vivrida Sattvaya Purushaya Mahiyase Yo Brahma Kshatram Avishya Bibhartidam Sva Tejasa. Dear Lord, you are situated in your pure existential position of goodness. Therefore, you are the perfect representative of the Supreme Lord. You are glorified by your own prowess, and thus you are maintaining the entire world by introducing Brahminical culture and protecting everyone in your line of duty as Kshatriya. Here, Srila Sai Maharaj is telling in commentary, without the spread of Brahminical culture and without proper protection from the government, no social standard can be maintained properly. This is admitted in this verse by the citizens of Maharaj Prithu, who could maintain the wonderful situation of his government due to his position in pure goodness. The word Vivrida Sattvaya is significant. In the material world, there are three qualities, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. One has to be raised from the platform of ignorance to the platform of goodness by devotional service. There is no other means for elevating one from the lowest stage of life to the highest stage but the execution of devotional service. As advised in the previous chapters of SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM, one can raise himself from the lowest position to the highest simply by associating with devotees and hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM regularly from their mouths. Shrinvatam Swakatah Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridyantah Stohya Badrani Vidunoti Suhritsatam. Our Srila Turyashree Maharaj used to quote this verse often. When one engages in devotional service in the first stages of hearing and chanting, the Lord, who is in everyone's heart, helps the devotee in cleansing his heart. In the gradual cleansing process, one is relieved of the influence of passion and ignorance and is situated on the platform of goodness. The result of association with the qualities of passion and ignorance is that one becomes lusty and greedy. But when one is elevated to the platform of goodness, he is satisfied in any condition of life and is without lust and greed. Whatever is arranged by Supreme Lord, he is readily accepting. One who is in goodness does not fight with the environment, does not exploit the environment beyond one's quota. This mentality indicates one's situation on the platform of goodness. One has to transcend this goodness and raise himself to the pure goodness called Vivriddha Sattva, or the advanced stage of goodness that is fully transcendental, that is pure devotion. In the advanced stage of goodness, one can become Krishna conscious. Therefore, Maharaj Prithu is addressed here as Vivriddha Sattva, or one who is situated in the transcendental position. But Maharaj Prithu, although situated in the transcendental position of a pure devotee, came down to the position of Brahmana and Kshatriya for the benefit of human society and thus gave protection to the entire world by his personal prowess. Although he was a king, a Kshatriya, because he was a Vaishnava, he was also a Brahmana, I told before. As a Brahmana, he could give proper instruction to the citizens, and as a Kshatriya, he could rightly give protection to all of them. Thus, the citizens of Maharaj Prithu were protected in all respects by the perfect king. So tomorrow we will hear also about one pure devotee. They're also like Maharaja, their great king. They can also offer us all protection, protecting us from Maya. One prominent disciple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, Srila Bhakti Shirup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj. Tomorrow is his disappearance day, so we will hear about him. If there will be some more time, then we will continue this Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरि बोलो हरि बोलो, हरि बोलो हरि बोलो, हरि बोलो हरि बोलो, हरि बोलो हरि बोलो। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जी की जय, जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौरहरि की जय, जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा नयननाथ जी की जय, जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय, जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय, जय पतित पावन शिला गुरुदेव की जय, जय शिला परम गुरुदेव की जय, जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय, जय श्री पंचतत्व प्रभु की जय, जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय, जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय, जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, जय श्री श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जय श्री प्रीतु महाराज की जय, जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय, जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, गौर परमानंदे हरि बोल। थैंक यू ऑल, दंडवत प्रणाम, हरि बोल।